Are you not wondering yourself why Bitcoin is not able to break above $92,000 and can actually hold this level? There is one evil entity in the market currently suppressing price, and that's why Bitcoin is not able to move into higher levels or even hold current levels. I will show you exactly who that is and if we need to be in fear of potential more downside. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning back in here on this Tuesday. So before I go here into the charts, I just want to let you know, guys, a lot of you have asked me if I would come back and to copy trade again or do copy trading again. Yes, now I partnered with Margex. There you can actually copy trade me from now on. If you sign up there right now, you will be able to take part in a trading competition where we can win $1,000, and you will be also in the future be able to copy trade me. I just deposited here $50,000 to start trading there, but I'm waiting right now to actually open new positions, and I'm gonna explain you here in a moment why I'm actually waiting. So, but if you want to trade on Margex, there is a link already in the chat, pinned in the chat, or on the top of the description box. So now let's get here into today's content. So first of all, we should have a quick look here on the DXY. The DXY is still trading around the 99 point level, so nothing really crazy happening here. For today, I don't believe that we see here a massive continuation move to the upside, and rather just stay around this range here that we're currently trading at until tomorrow's rate cut decision. So when we're looking at the rate cut decision for tomorrow, we can already see here clearly that we are getting at least a 25 basis points rate cut, and 90 and 89.4% is actually expecting this, which is a really good sign for us for getting here a pump potentially by tomorrow, especially if we go over 25 basis points and are looking at potentially even 50 basis points. There is a lot of chatter going on Twitter that we are potentially seeing 50 basis points, and personally I also lean more to 50 than 25 because it is the last rate cut of the year, and Jerome, once the new Fed chair gets announced, wants to go out with a bang, and the only way that he can do this is if we get 50 basis points here. Also, smash up the like button if you just joined here the live stream, guys, really important. And now let me actually show you what I have found, and actually kind of forgotten about it, that this entity is the reason why Bitcoin at a specific time every single day is breaking down. And it's crazy because it is going on for over a year and nobody is paying attention. Nobody's paying attention, and we're gonna find out today if this is actually now after it became public again and more people talking about it, if they still keep doing it or just shifting the time window, because that is something else that can happen. They can just shift the time window when they're actually doing it, but it will be in the end, have the same result. So what I'm talking about is the biggest algorithmic trading firm in the world, not in the US, not in Europe, in the world. And this algorithmic trading firm is trading Bitcoin like crazy, and the trading firm is called Jane Street. So if you're now thinking, but wait, Alex, Jane Street, that rings a bell. Why do I know Jane Street? So you know the name Jane Street because all the C executive layer of FTX was employed by Jane Street first before they created FTX. So Sam Bankman-Fried and Allison, what is her name? Allison, something Allison, his side piece, this girl that he was together with. I forgot her name, her full name. So, but like, yeah, that weird looking girl that was with him together, both were working at Jane Street before they partnered up and created FTX. And Jane Street is a regular entry place if you want to make it at Wall Street. So, and they are the biggest algorithmic trading firm. So, and what they're doing every single day, and I'm going to show you proof of that they're actually doing that, is they're dumping Bitcoin at 10 a.m. So basically when the programmers walk into the office, you could say, you know, so, and turn on everything that they turn on, the algo is dumping Bitcoin at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day for God knows how long, but at least for roughly over a year already. It's not every single day that they're able to do that. There are outliers. I'm going to show you that there are actually outliers that are based then on just supply and demand, where they cannot control the price. But overall, there is like an over 90% accuracy to the fact that they are doing this every single day. So, and for this, I went here to a 15 minutes chart where you can properly see this. And again, guys, smash up the like button if you just came in here, that more people can see this and understand how we can trade the market right now. So here on the 15-minute time frame, I have marked out already today's time window here. So which is coming up in 2.5 hours. In roughly 2.5 hours, we're gonna see if they're doing it again. So yesterday, so here, let me get an arrow. This here was yesterday. Here 10 a.m. bam, 50-minute candle goes straight down. Then here, couple minutes later, basically 50 minutes later, next 50 minutes candle, bam, goes to the downside. Here it was quick, down, straight back up, because we were approaching here a strong support level. But then overall we still saw a slow grind back into that support level. So if I go here a little bit further back, see the same thing again. Here, 15 minutes candle opened, bam, breakdown. Then slightly go up again, then grind down. Over and over again, you see the same pattern here. Here's one of the outliers, because you have to understand, we were seeing here that massive move down to $83,700. So there are then technical, mechanical reasons why that potentially did not work. There was for sure still selling, but there was more buy pressure pushing the price back up, so they could not go by the their general approach that they are taking in the market. But then here again, on the 1st of December, same thing again. 15-minute candle opens, we break down. So this is going on also here, you know, in November. I can go back as far as over a year, and you're gonna see that this is just over and over and over repeating. So now you might ask yourself, why are they doing this? It's really simple. If you take a short on the other side of the order book when you are dumping the market, and you use future instruments to short the asset, you make, first of all, on that side, huge upside. And at the same time, once you have dumped then the spot market or created a fake correction in the spot market, because you have to understand, this is all artificial, you know, so this is absolutely artificial. Once you have created this downwards momentum where you push the price down and you see a consolidation happening again, like over here. So what would you do as a trading firm? So you start accumulating again what you sold before. So they are selling here on the top side. So don't think that like the whole candle is what they are selling. No. They sell into a range, you know, maybe all the way down here. That's where they stop selling. And then the market is doing the rest because they're panicking. Other algos picking up on that there's downwards momentum. So they're pushing price lower. And when this is going away, and trust me, they can see this with algorithms, when the selling pressure is going away and price starts to consolidate, they reaccumulate slowly what they have just sold. Because now the price is lower than from where they have sold. And even if it's just $200, $300, they're selling millions over millions of dollars of Bitcoin, and of course also Ethereum and other coins, because they tank with Bitcoin to the downside, and accumulate them down here again. And once they are going back up, they're going to start selling again a little bit, but they're making sure that they are ending up with a profit, you know. So, and then they rinse and repeat that whole process. So, and why are they doing this? So they're not doing this for themselves, you know, so they have also clients, and these clients basically telling them, hey, this is the price where I want to buy Bitcoin at. So they are going then back to the client and say, hey, Bitcoin is already at like, so for as an example, they tell them, hey, I want Bitcoin at 50K. They go back to them and say, hey, bro, 50K is not possible anymore. Look where the price is. You know, we are at like 90K. But what we can do is like, we can do like 88, 89, you know, so maybe if we are lucky, we can do 87. So okay, let's try 87, 88. So they're gonna try then to create enough sell momentum to get the price into these levels, so they accumulate for their clients then Bitcoin at these prices. And this will continue until their clients are satisfied and they basically run out now of clients that want to buy at lower levels, and have then on the other side clients that are now full with Bitcoin and want to unload them again. So what do they need to do now? Now they're going to reverse the whole thing and start pushing price to the upside. So, and that is when we're going to see Bitcoin running into the next all-time high. I believe now, unless there is a major catalyst in the market that could absorb over weeks the constant selling of the algos, that we only gonna see that when they're reversing the game, and then we're gonna see Bitcoin flying back here into new all-time highs. Because once they're reversing the game, they are incentivized to push the price up. You know, right now they're not incentivized because they have all these clients that want to get in cheap, because they saw clients like it's not a client of them. What I mean is they saw other companies like MicroStrategy way ahead of their time buying Bitcoin, because Michael Saylor understood the game, you know, so that would have been a good idea to start buying at around the $20,000 levels. And they are now late to the party, but they want still to get in at the cheapest and lowest prices possible. So what is going to happen? They suppress price at a certain level and prevent it from going higher, so that they can accumulate as much as possible. So, and when you're looking at this here, look at the yellow line, and then look here at this here. So that is Jane Street's trading range, the real trading range. Everything else is either technically driven or glitches in the matrix, I would call that. You know, like this dump was artificial, this dump was artificial, you know, so there was no reason why we should technically go this low. So, but here, these two lines, that is the current trading range. And you can clearly see that when you line up here the times where they dump the market and where they reverse it back to the upside. So, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. So, and because there's no 100% clear regulation right now around this to do this in low liquidity markets, so for Wall Street, you still have to understand Bitcoin is still a low liquidity market. They can do that, you know, because there's no regulation to prevent them with algorithmic bots to manipulate Bitcoin as an asset class like that, you know. So until that regulation is coming, they're gonna keep doing that. Once regulation is there, it will get much harder for them to keep doing this. And that will also reflect in the price. So now when we look at the daily chart for today, so as you can see here, Bitcoin got more or less rejected from the downward sloping trend line here, from the bump and run pattern. Today we are putting in a wick and a doji candle that is not the worst, to be honest. So this can still turn out to be another tweezer bottom here before we get tomorrow a pump above the trend line. And I want to mention this here. I still believe that there will be tomorrow a move to the upside, regardless of what they are doing. So, but you have to factor in that the rate cut will come. If I let me quick check. I want to not say something wrong here, but 6 hours. Okay. The good thing is the rate cut will come after Jane Street actually opened for trading. So and the US market is already open. So that means what I would expect for tomorrow, if they keep repeating this. I did not check around FOMC meetings if what they are doing, but I'm gonna do this straight after the stream and post this on Twitter potentially. So the most likely play for tomorrow, what I see is dump Jane Street textbook, then FOMC is happening, Bitcoin dumping, pumping back to the upside with the rate cut decision. So, and that will lead to a break above the downward sloping trend line and the horizontal level at $93,150. And then in the best case scenario, you get follow through over Thursday and Friday to around $97,000, $98,000. And then around the weekend, we get some consolidation. Also here on the daily chart, we are basically facing this downward sloping trend line of this pennant and not breaking higher because of that, but Also here, we are so close to a breakout, and we have consolidated long enough in that narrow range here to get a breakout right now to the upside. I definitely don't see us doing something like this here. It's absolutely, yeah, low probability that you see something like this unfolding here over the next couple of days, especially when you see price approaching and clinching on to a downward sloping resistance line, because we have seen this so many times, and then eventually you're going to get a break here and the pump to the upside. On the no, that chart we don't need today here. So here on the EMA ribbons, you see also just sideways consolidation, and this is typical price suppression. You know, so we are not in a weekend, and seeing something like this over the course of a week, you know, where we're consolidating here more or less in an ascending triangle, but price is pushing sideways more or less over the last 20 hours is really, really strange. It's really strange, you know, to see this during the week and not over a weekend. So, and that is usually then also followed by a bigger move in either direction. So right now, because we are trading in an ascending triangle, the direction would be to the upside. And that is kinda what you also see here in the MDX algo scalp gradients, because the gradients are right now in dark purple. After dark purple, what you see is a touch of red coming in, and price starts to heat up to push it to the upside. But even here on the react indicator, this is right now just a sideways push that we see here in the momentum. So even momentum is sideways pushed. It's not only price, you know, even the momentum is here completely flatlining. So if you want to trade the next move here with me together, guys, do this on weeks. Here my trade is again slightly in a loss after I was in a profit yesterday, but I'm fine with that because I'm confident when in like an hour or two the US market is opening that I'm gonna get here a push back into profits, and then I just see what's going to happen tomorrow, because tomorrow is the most important day, and there I think I'm gonna go home with a big check. So if you want to trade on weeks, guys, don't forget $30,000 up in bonuses. You get $400 immediately just for signing up by binding your phone and email address and downloading the app, and another $400 if you deposit $500 on the platform. Plus you get access to the free Telegram group that I have, where I send trade calls that are highly profitable. So check out the link in the description below to get access to all of that. If you want to join the Telegram group, guys, follow all the steps and send a message either on Twitter, AMCryptoAlex, or info@amcrypto.us, or reach out on Telegram. So here on the 50 minutes chart, our trading setup was really, really close to hit take profit here yesterday. If you remember that, from there we created this downward sloping trend line that we have just broken right now again, yeah, just over an hour ago. Bounce back to the upside. I still see here a golden cross coming up again, so we got a fake one, you can call that. No, sorry, that's not a fake one. That was here we had a golden cross. Sorry, here we had a golden cross. Here we had a death cross. But this death cross looks to me like a massive fake out, because we're already turning around. And here in the next coming hours, we should then see Bitcoin trading back here close to like $91,000. But again, 10 a.m. US time, there is most likely a small correction happening before you get then the continuation moves. And if you want to get into a trade on Bitcoin, waiting for the 10 a.m. move might be the smartest move that you can do right now. So where do I believe we're gonna end up? So this is in 2 hours and 20 minutes. So that means we're gonna have here until then. So Bitcoin might be around $91,100, $300, something like that. And I think we will come back at least to current prices. So if we keep moving up from here, we will come back to current prices, then come back down again for that correction, and then lift off into higher levels. So what you should also take into consideration is that the market can front run the FOMC meeting, because the odds are already out there. Everybody knows what everyone is expecting, and on Polymarket also the odds are, I think, almost 100% now for at least 25 basis points, and for 50. Let's actually have a look what on Polymarkets the odds are for a 50 basis points rate cut. December. So let's see here. Let's see. Oh wow, oh wow. So I just want to show that to you guys. Let me see that. So 50 basis points, 1%, 95 for 25. So that's basically now already guaranteed, and then 5 for no change. So only 1% is saying we get 50. So it's more like that we just get 25. Yeah. So but 25 is already good. Is good enough to get some sort of a reaction here in the market to move a little bit higher. But most likely not to see a pump, like a strong pump to like $95,000, $96,000, something like that. Will not be like a straight, yeah, bullish engulfing going just here to the upside. So like I said, what I'm looking at, current price levels after 10 a.m. US time, and trading this into the original target here of $92,438. I set the stop loss slightly below the 50 moving average at $90,200. That would be my next trading setup here. 4.7 risk to reward ratio with like a 2% profit here on that trade. So that means I would enter this with like 25x leverage to make here any money. 25, even 30x leverage is something that I would risk here on that specific setup. Now on the liquidation levels, you see here why I believe that we are going to see here a small move today to the upside. Just need to copy this here. Oh, come on. Up. So there is your liquidation levels that we're going to take out later today. Coming in here at $91,400 to $92,050 approximately, which could potentially lead to that we're going to get here today that touch of the 200 moving average. We don't have to. It can rest until tomorrow, but there is a high probability that this is going to happen here in the next 24 to 36 hours, that we're going to see here that touch here. So and then take out even the liquidity that's stacked above at $94,600. But here I want to mention, guys, be careful when we get close to that level. I want to mention this here again, really, really careful when we get there, because it could be that we are just wicking above the 200, come back down, and then over the weekend see consolidation around the 200, and then only the following week you get a nice continuation move into the $98,000, $99,000 level, close to the $100,000 level. So, but definitely here over the next coming hours, I see a touch of the 200 moving average here, especially while price is still trading above the 50 moving average. We have broken down here yesterday slightly. Oh, the camera. Why is the camera already turning off? It cannot be that hot. Let me fix this quick. Are we back? I think we're back. Let's see. I hate this when that happens with the camera. So, yeah. So there was a short-lived move here to the downside yesterday that took already some liquidity out. Oh, sorry, today. Sorry, that was earlier today. And now we are back above the 50, and that just looks like continuation. Also on the liquidation heat map, not last 24 hours. I want again 2-week one. On liquidation heat map, you can also clearly see that the majority of the liquidity is here concentrated at $94,000 right now. So a move up there makes a lot of sense, especially when we are starting to squeeze around the $92,000 mark into 93 and then go higher from there. Okay, the webcam is gone. It's doesn't want to give us here anything anymore, but I'm here, still here, so we continue with the overall content here. Just annoying that it happens all the time. I need to change something on the camera to prevent this. Maybe I still have this actually here downstairs somewhere. I'm gonna look later if I can find what I need for the camera to prevent this. So here on the Bitcoin dominance, anyways, on the Bitcoin dominance, we see a continuation to the downside. Nothing really changed. We need the 59% level to break. Once that's breaking, we're gonna see massive runs in altcoins. Here, you see this also in the total free market cap. Then nothing really changed because we are just consolidating around the $860 and $870 billion level. And here we just need a continuation move. So a strong move past $900 billion will lead to that we are seeing a proper reversal past $1 trillion to the upside. Now, Ethereum gave you earlier a really good opportunity to get a close entry to the overall entry that I had given here. If you are right now out there and have not taken an Ethereum trade, but you're looking for one, just wait for another 1% move. Another 1% will get us out of that current support range that we are trading in, and a break above that will be your signal for continuation into the area of supply here at $3,360 to $3,410 approximately. So also here you see clear consolidation in a bull flag formation, and you only need to wait. Nothing else to do. You only need to wait that this is breaking out to the upside. So this is like the two ways that you can trade this. Either you wait for that breakout, and here you see it goes exactly to the target here with that with the bull flag or bull pennant, however you want to call that, and you just need to wait for this 4-hourly candle to close. If you want a more precise entry and be a little bit more risk adverse, you go to the 30 minutes chart and you wait for a 30-minute candle to close above that downward sloping trend line of the pennant. So, but not before. You don't enter this before. You need to wait for the 30-minute candle to close above that. But again, that's a more risky entry with the also with a different stop loss. So here my stop loss, if I would be trading this, it cannot be all the way down here anymore, you know. So your stop loss, if you trade this like this, stop loss should be kind of like here at $3,070. So that is still fine, you know. That's like a $100 the 2% stop loss. So that's not crazy, you know. 2% stop loss, looking at 8%, 8.6% to the upside potential profit here. But like I said, you need to be a little bit patient. On Solana, there things are looking different a little bit, but still not bearish. Because we are trading here around the prior entry level, I would consider definitely entering from here currently. I think the 1-hourly chart was that. Yeah, the 1-hourly chart is looking that we want to see more upside. If you want to be really sure about this, you need to wait like for $1. You know, $1 higher, $134 would be the confirmation level that you're looking for, with the 15-minute candle close above that level to getting here a continuation into like 140 and higher. Let me see here, how long are we here? So I can do one coin, guys, one coin that I'm gonna do quickly here that you can post in the chat, and then I run because I want to keep this under 30 minutes, guys. So one coin, really quick, and then I'm going. So let me know. Wow, this is a long, crazy time until you see this. And it's almost 20 seconds delay between what I'm saying and you are seeing it. It's crazy. But first of all, guys, I'm so happy that over 120 of you are here right now. We finally broke the 100 viewers mark that I was struggling with to break for a long time. So I appreciate that for everybody that's here. And again, smash up the like button, you know, smash up the like button that even more people can see this. So, and I gonna do now, let's see here, I gonna do Hyperliquid, and then tomorrow I gonna have a look at some other coins here again. So let's see, where's my Hyperliquid? I think it's on this chart, and I want to be quick. There it was, there. So Hyperliquid. So Hyperliquid is surprisingly going here to the downside. I'm really surprised about this because this is going on now for a while. So here, this is the most important line that you need to watch here on Hyperliquid right now, this downward sloping trend line. It does not make a lot of sense to me unless I buy on spot to enter before we are breaking this. So the problem is that is a 10% move, 12, 13% move to that trend line. So if I want to enter this somewhere around where we are currently trading at, you have to assume the risk that comes with that, you know. So, and the risk is that we actually go down and fill this wick. so then go down another 30%. So, but if you want to take a chance here to trade this, then the best way to do this is that you just wait for a break here above that level of $28.71. Only from there I would currently enter. So because that is yesterday's low, if we can reclaim that today, I would consider entering this, or even tomorrow. And then you trade this first to the downward sloping trend line. If we break the trend line, it is a multi-month actually downwards trend line since the all-time high. If we're able to break this, I see Hyperliquid trading back at like in the mid $40 range somewhere, like 40, 43, 44, $45, somewhere around these numbers, once we break this downward sloping trend line. And guys, that's it for today's episode. I'm again over 30 minutes. I really don't want to do that. But okay, I will be back tomorrow. So don't forget, why am I not here? Just give me a second. Oh, it does not show my camera anymore? What's going on here? This is crazy. It doesn't show my camera. So is this the one that I need now? No. Is it this one? No. Is it? Which one is it? This one? No. Okay, you know what, guys? I'm just gonna leave it. That makes no sense anymore. It doesn't show my camera. So, but you know the drill, guys. You know, so I will be back tomorrow. Don't forget, smash off the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you with more money tomorrow.